But we just have to understand that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you got to pause and then isolate and compartmentalize and give them the love that they're due. And in this case, it belongs to Caitlin Clark.
There's only one that can do what Caitlin Clark did. Bring all those eyes. For pure basketball purists, there's nobody like her.
Caitlin Clark has just rewritten WNBA history once again. Just when it seemed her record-breaking rookie season couldn't get any more impressive, she went and achieved something no modern athlete has done in recent memory. That's right, Caitlin Clark just racked up another jaw-dropping accomplishment, and this time, she didn't even need to touch the court. She swept the biggest Global Athlete of the Year honors, taking home Time's Athlete of the Year, SBJ's Business Athlete of the Year, and the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year. This basketball powerhouse just keeps climbing, and there's no slowing her down. But here's where things get really interesting. Angel Reese is far from thrilled. In fact, she's publicly questioned whether Clark deserves all the praise. It's been hard for me. Adjusting and trying to move forward is something I'm trying to give myself a little grace on. Caitlin Clark is box office. She's a certified superstar. And while Angel's still just 22, if she were older, people might call her out more for how naive she sounds. Still, she's young, but can you even believe the drama that's unfolding right now? This isn't just about a few awards anymore. It's about a so-called rivalry that's got the entire basketball world buzzing. But let's be honest, only one side seems to think it's an actual rivalry. The truth? We watch one of these stars for her generational skill, and the other? She's spending more time on TikTok than leading on the floor. So what's your stance? Angel herself admitted, "When I got drafted 7th, I thought, cool, the pressure's not really on me. So I figured I could just hoop." But then Caitlin started dominating. "Yeah, I'm still figuring it out," she added. We're about to unpack a story that's shaking the entire basketball community: Clark's brilliance, her fierce competitive drive, and Reese's constant distractions. You don't want to miss what's coming. Ready to understand why Clark's recent award sweep has become the talk of the sport? Let's break it all down. Look, Angel Reese is a strong player, no question. But when it comes to comparing her with Caitlin Clark, there is no comparison. What Caitlin does on the court is on an entirely different level, period. Now let's talk specifics. Clark's rookie season wasn't just great, it was revolutionary. She didn't simply set records. She demolished them. In fact, she shattered 62 official records. Yes, 62. That's not just impressive, it's unprecedented in WNBA history. It's a level of excellence that goes far beyond standout performance. It's iconic. "My goal is to be one of the best players in the world," Clark said. "I wouldn't expect anything less." Her excellence didn't just reflect in personal stats, it led to real wins. Her phenomenal play helped the Indiana Fever clinch their first playoff berth in nearly 10 years. Clark wasn't just the best rookie, she transformed an entire franchise. And it gets better. Off the court, Caitlin Clark's impact is even more staggering. WNBA merchandise sales skyrocketed, up a mind-blowing 500% during her rookie year. That's right. A five-fold explosion in sales. Clark didn't just elevate herself, she made the entire league more marketable and visible. But it didn't stop with merch. Viewership surged. Arena attendance reached historic highs. The WNBA began capturing audiences it had never touched before. Caitlin Clark is more than a player, she's a movement. Even sports economists are taking notice. Thea Laville, a top expert, described Clark as a lightning rod for women's basketball. And she's right. The comparisons to Michael Jordan aren't about playing style, they're about impact. Let's run the numbers. Clark's rookie season is projected to have generated a jaw-dropping $36 million for the city of Indianapolis alone. And industry analysts estimate that professional women's basketball could grow by $1.6 billion in value over the next 3 years, thanks largely to her influence. That's billion with a B. Stephen A. Smith put it best, "I'm not saying she's the Michael Jordan of the WNBA in terms of dominance, Aya Wilson still holds that title, but when it comes to value? No question. Clark is revolutionizing the league. The Fever were the worst team in the league. They landed the #1 pick. Now they're in playoff contention. That's not luck, that's Caitlin Clark. She's not just elevating her game, she's redefining what value looks like in women's sports. Even if the Fever don't win it all this year, and let's be real, Las Vegas is still stacked, Clark's presence alone is enough to make 26 points and 12 assists feel almost routine. Her performances are that good. Her journey to these honors might seem like a natural rise to greatness, but the story is far more layered. Remember Angel Reese? She was the other rookie the media hyped. The headlines loved framing their dynamic as a fierce rivalry. A season-long clash between two rising titans. But was it ever truly a close contest? Let's be honest. Reese plays hard, no doubt. Her game is aggressive and relentless. One analyst compared her style to Moses Malone, a grinder, a battler. But Caitlin? Caitlin Clark is a generational phenomenon. There's no one in WNBA history who plays quite like her. Still, the media couldn't resist forcing the comparison. The narrative of two rookies locked in a dramatic back and forth was too tempting. But as the season progressed, the truth became harder to deny. This wasn't a neck-and-neck race. It wasn't even close. Clark was named Rookie of the Year and earned first-team All-WNBA honors. That's not just a victory, it's a landslide. A statement. A moment of clarity. Angel Reese didn't take it well. She openly pushed back, claiming Clark didn't deserve the accolades. And her reaction only fueled more online firestorms, dividing fans, triggering debates, and creating even more noise. But no matter what side you're on, the numbers, the performances, and the awards all say the same thing. Caitlin Clark isn't just winning. She's rewriting the script. And the entire league is changing with her.